What if I told you that your screen time as a mother may be destroying your child? A mother's screen time can have a real and measurable impact on a child's emotional and psychological development, especially in infancy and early childhood, when bonding and emotional learning depend heavily on face-to-face interaction. Here is an overview of how maternal screen time can affect a child's emotional development, often referred to as technofference. 1. Reduce emotional connection through disruption of the serve and return interactions. Child development relies heavily on serve and return interactions. A baby or child serves a cue, a coo, a cry, a point, or a question, and the parent returns the interaction, eye contact, a smile, and answer. Hence, children learn emotions by watching facial expressions, tone of voice, and eye contact. When a mother is frequently on her phone or screen, eye contact decreases and emotional cues are missed. Studies suggest that when this feedback loop is broken consistently, children may feel ignored, less emotionally seen, or unimportant. Over time, this can weaken emotional security and attachment. 2. Disrupted attachment and bonding. Consistent responsiveness builds secure attachment. Excessive screen use can lead to delayed responses to crying or bids for attention and inconsistent emotional availability. This may result in anxious or avoidant attachment patterns in children. 3. Increased emotional distress in children. Psychologists often reference the still face experiment, where a mother stops reacting to her baby and holds a neutral face. The baby typically becomes distressed very quickly. The impact: when a mother is scrolling on a phone, her face often goes blank or expressionless, a digital still face. To a young child, this lack of emotional signaling can be confusing and distressing, potentially hindering their ability to read and interpret emotional cues. 4. Learned abnormal behavioral pattern. Research indicates a strong correlation between high parental screen time and behavioral issues in children, because they often interpret divided attention as rejection, even when it's unintentional. Escalation. Children who feel emotionally neglected may learn that they need to act out or exhibit extreme emotions, such as screaming, fussiness or tantrums, clinginess, withdrawal, or sadness, to compete with a device for their mother's attention. 5. Impaired emotional regulation skills. Children learn how to manage emotions by co-regulating with caregivers. Mothers are particularly critical in this respect because children generally spend more time with their mothers. When screen time replaces interaction, children receive less guidance on calming down, and emotional self-control may develop more slowly. If a mother uses a screen to zone out during stressful moments rather than engaging with the child may miss opportunities to learn healthy coping mechanisms. 6. Language and empathy development may be affected. Language development is closely tied to emotional intelligence. Being able to name feelings helps children manage them. Reduced verbal engagement between a mother and child is the result of heavy screen use or distraction. Fewer conversations mean fewer opportunities to discuss feelings, validate emotions, or talk through social situations. This can limit the development of empathy and emotional intelligence with a far-reaching impact and implications into adulthood. 7. Increased parental stress. It isn't just about the child, it's about the mother, too. Fragmented attention. Constantly switching attention between a device and a child requires high cognitive effort. This can make parents more irritable, impatient, or slower to respond to a child's emotional needs. Social comparison. Mothers scrolling through social media may experience feelings of inadequacy or anxiety, which can subtly shift their mood and availability when interacting with their children. Healthy balance, not a blame game. Occasional phone use is normal and not harmful. The issue arises when screen time replaces interaction, consistently interrupts caregiving routines, become the primary focus during bonding moments. Healthy screen habits for mothers. The World Health Organization emphasizes responsive caregiving as essential for early childhood emotional development worldwide. So whether in the U.S. or Africa, one truth remains the same. Children thrive when caregivers are emotionally available. Love, presence, and responsiveness cross all cultures. Furthermore, the American Academy of Pediatrics recommends minimizing screen use during parent-child interactions. Hence, the following are screen habits recommendations for mothers and caregivers generally. 1. Designated phone-free zones. Creating times, like during feeding, play, and bedtime, where screens are put away completely. 2. Narrating usage. Explaining to the child, I am checking a map to see where we're going. Helps them understand you aren't ignoring them, but using a tool. 3. Use screens intentionally, not reflexively, thereby modeling balanced technology use for the child. 4. Practice serve and return interactions intentionally. Prioritize eye contact when the child is speaking and active responsiveness, even if it means pausing a video or putting the phone down for a moment. Key takeaway. Children don't need constant attention. They need present attention. It is important to note that quality matters more than quantity. Small, mindful changes in screen habits can greatly support a child's emotional and mental health.